Hi everyone, today I'd like to talk about Ratatouille, the famous film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Disney in 2007. I choose this movie because it's one of my favorite films I've ever watched. Seriously, I've seen it so many times and I never get tired of it. I had never seen a friendship like this before in any animated film. A rat and a human working together, building trust and achieving their dreams. That's something powerful. So now let's talk about deeper themes. Ratatouille is not just a film about food and kitchen, it's about patience, courage, and breaking stereotypes. The movie shows that anyone can cook, which means you don't have to fit into a box to follow your dreams. Remy had everything against him: his size, his species, his danger of being in a kitchen, but he didn't give up. He followed his passion, and in the end, he proved everyone wrong. And maybe Ratatouille is an old movie, but why it still matters today? Even though the movie was released years ago, its message still matters. We've all felt small at some point. We've all dealt with people who told us we couldn't do something. But like Remy, if you stick to your goals and find people who believe in you, you can do amazing things. The movie also teaches us to the importance of teamwork, of respecting others, and of not judging by appearances. And Remy isn't your typical hero. He is a rat, an animal that usually represents the earth and disease, especially in kitchens. But that's what makes the movie so brilliant. He doesn't accept what others expect of him. He listens to this inner voice. If he had let fear control him, he never would have discovered his true talent. This has, this has always made me reflect how many people out there have amazing potential but are never given the chance. The story takes place in France, the country of love, food, and art. Our main character is Remy, a rat with extraordinary passion for cooking. Even though he's a rat, he dreams of becoming a master chef, and that's what's made this story so unique and totally inspiring. Why it should what is stood of me in that movie? What really caught my attention the first time I saw it was the animation style. Everything looked so detailed and alive, from the streets of Paris to the food in the kitchen. But more than that, the characters are deep and complex like a human nature. Take Linguini, for example. He's a young man who had just lost his mother and didn't know what to do with his life. He showed up at Gusteau's restaurant looking for a job, just for that. And that's where he ran into Remy. He surprised the rat not only could cook, but also understood everything he said. If Linguini hadn't given Remy a chance, the history wouldn't be never happen. So now let's move to their unusual friendship. Their their partnership is hilarious and emotional. Remy hides under Linguini's hat and helps him cook by pulling his hair like a puppet. At first, nobody knows what's going on, but little by little, they win over the whole kitchen staff. Similar happened with Linguini, a shy and clumsy guy, shows up at Gusto restaurant just looking for a job, and he's clearly not confident. And to be honest, he doesn't know how to cook at all. But everything changed when he met Remy, and their friendship is strange and beautiful. Remy literally hides under his hat, pulls his hairs, and helps him cook. And somehow they makes it work. They learn to trust each other, and that trust become the key of their success. And I have never seen such an emotional bond in animation before, and it completely blew my mind. But every good story needs a challenge, and Ratatouille has several.
A la grande le puse cuca.
The suspicious chefs, the health inspector, and of course the terrifying food critic, Anton Ego. Ego represents the damn cold and elitist sides of art, the part that forgets why food matters in the first place. But in the end, even he gets humbled by Remy Dish.
A la grande le puse cuca.
His final reviews is one of my favorite moments. He said, "Not everyone
A la
can
grande le
become
puse
a great
cuca.
artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere." That quote still gives me chills. So, to me, the movie it's really about breaking stereotypes and following your passion, no matter how impossible it seems. And Remy is told again and again, and he doesn't belong because of what he is, but he doesn't give up. And if he had believed what others say, he would have stayed hiding in the shadows. Instead, he takes risk. He works hard, and he creates something beautiful. It it made me realize what to conclude. So what can we take away from Ratatouille movie? The passion matters. The talent came from anywhere, and the courage means trying even when the world tells not to. And that food, like life, is better when it's made with love. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I highly recommend you. And if you have watched it, maybe now you see it with new eyes. So it made me realize that sometimes the people with the most talents are the ones who are judged or underestimate the the most. I've always been passionate about creativity and storytelling, and watching Ratatouille remind me that we all have something unique to offer, and that dreams doesn't always follow the rules. And there there have been moments when I've doubted myself or felt like I didn't fit in. But then I remember Remy. He couldn't have given up, but he didn't. And if he could do it with all the odds against him, then maybe I can too. So Ratatouille is highest inspiration from me. That movie inspired me, and I seen this movie when I was a child. Actually, I had 7 years old, and nowadays is my favorite movie until now. So I really recommend you that movie. I will do. That's it. Thank you so much for watching the video.